Hey there everybody, Pete Pardo here from Sea Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Dream Setlist. As we're starting to wind down the month of March, we've been doing this every single day throughout the month. We're going to continue up until the 31st. Today, here we are on Saturday. I've got a pretty cool one. This one might appeal to some people, not to others. I know I've had a few people who have asked for this. And the band we're going to do today is Gentle Giants. So one of my favorite progressive rock bands of all time, one of the British greats. And I just realized I'm wearing my wrong glasses, so let me switch those out here. There we go, looking much better. All right, so back to Gentle Giant. Yes, so never had the chance to see Gentle Giant because, of course, by the time I started going to concerts, they had just broken up. I missed them by like a year. So they've always been, for a very long time, one of those bands that I would have loved to have been able to see. Unfortunately, haven't had the chance, never had the chance, not old enough. Well, we're going to rectify that today, because I'm going to utilize my time machine once again. We're going to go back in time to 1976. Okay, we're going to go back to the Interview Tour. Okay, this particular tour is going to make a stop at the wonderful little venue called The Egg. That's right, like an egg, cracked like an egg, in Albany, New York. Very cool little theater. Yeah, they have two theaters there. I think it holds about, 1,000, maybe 1,500, something like that. They have a smaller, more intimate one, but I'm going to go with the little bigger one. Saw King Crimson there not long ago. Fantastic. That's where I want to see this show at. So again, 1976, the Interview Tour. Interview is the latest album to come out. I've got a nice headline set here built for you. All right, this is going to be basically the band at the time. Okay, John Weathers on drums, Ray Shulman on bass and violin and vocals and acoustic guitar, and his brother Derek Shulman on vocals and saxophone and occasional bass, and Gary Green on guitar, Kerry Minier on keyboards. Okay, fantastic band. Kerry also sings as well. They all actually sing. We're going to have a guest star on this particular show. We're going to have the older brother Phil Shulman's going to come out and play a couple tracks with them on various woodwinds and things and do some vocals, right? Because it's a special show. Why not? Phil had retired from the band a couple of years prior, but we're going to bring him back for this show. So here we're going to kick off the show going to the In a Glass House album, one of my favorites. Depends on when you ask me. Sometimes it's my favorite album. Sometimes number 2, number 3. It fluctuates all over the place in my top 3. But we're going to kick off the concert with a little Breaking Glass, and then, of course, The Runaway. We're going to rampage into The Runaway from there. We're going to go to the Freehand album, which is the album just prior to this album that they're touring, Interview. All right, we're going to go with Just the Same. Good, rhythmically complex song. Very kind of upbeat and kind of snappy, and just it's a really catchy song. One of their catchier songs, but still very, very complicated, like all of their music is. From there, we're going to go all the way back to the first album. All right, we're going to get a little darker here for a little Alucard, right? Which is basically just Dracula backwards. Great song. Definitely wanted to inject a track or two from the first album on this particular show. From there, we're going to go to the title track to the then brand new album, Interview. Really good, upbeat prog rocker, right? From there, we're going to go stick on the new album. We're going to go to Timing. Another kind of upbeat but very complex track with some really cool keyboards and guitars, and John Weathers' drumming is off the charts on this song. So it's a really good song. It'd be good to play a couple tracks from that new album, get people into the new music, right? From there, we're going to go to the Power and the Glory album for a little Proclamation. All right, that whole Power and the Glory album is so regal, majestic, powerful, intricate. All right, so that's a great song to introduce that album here in the set. From there, we're going to go once again back to the first album. We're going to tone things down a little bit for the very atmospheric, mysterious, and mystical, funny ways. Okay, got the violin, acoustic guitars, right? Very mellow point in the show. I want to kind of settle things down just a little bit. But of course, then we're going to pick it right back up again for a little On Reflection. And here, On Reflection is it's very upbeat, but here you get everybody in the band a chance to do a little singing. A lot of that kind of a cappella vocal style, right? Really awesome song. That's a lot of fun. From there, we're going to go back to Power and the Glory for a little Cogs and Cogs. Here, it's high energy, hard rock and prog rock. All right, really complex stuff. I mean, man, just the bass and the drums and the guitars and the keyboards, man, just the song is just moving real fast, rhythmically all over the place. From there, we're going to go to, again, another one of my top 3 favorite albums from them, the Three Friends album. And we're going to go to the song Prologue, that great kind of lengthy piece that starts off the Three Friends album. Just absolutely love it. It's kind of heavy for Gentle Giant. They do have some heavy stuff, but it's pretty complicated, and it just kind of bubbles and pulses and whatnot. Really great song. From there, we're going to go to another good rocker, Time to Kill, from the Freehand album. All right, Gary Green's going to do some ripping guitar stuff on that particular track. From there, back to Power and the Glory for a little So Sincere. Their little contrapuntal thing that they do, right? Lots of counterpoint flipping around on that song, So Sincere, from Power and the Glory. Next, we're going to go to another favorite of mine from that great In a Glass House album, a little Experience. Experience, such a great track. Okay, lots of different flavors in that song. Really good. From there, we're going to go back to the last song they're going to play in the set from the new album, Interview. I Lost My Head, another kind of slow builder of a track. Really good vocal from Derek on that. Just a lot of great instrumentation going on. From there, we're going to go back to In a Glass House for a little Way of Life. All right. From there, for the first time in this set, kind of saving it all for last, we're going to go to the Octopus album for a little The Boys in the Band. Very, very beloved song by the fan base. Had to include Boys in the Band in this particular set. From there, we're going to go to, how about the second album? Again, kind of saving some of this earlier stuff here. Pentagruel's Nativity from Acquiring the Taste. Gotta have that. It's one of my favorite songs from them of all time, so gotta have that in there. Man, Acquiring the Taste is like as uncommercial as it possibly can get, but Gentle Giant fans love that kind of stuff, right? So from there, we're going to go to another one of my favorite tracks from this band, from my beloved Three Friends album. Here's where Gary Green gets to rampage on some crushingly heavy riffs and an extended guitar solo, Peel the Paint. Okay, the beginning has got that dum 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 bum 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 before that big riff comes in, killer stuff. From there, we're going to keep it heavy. We're going to go to the title track to the Freehand album. That's how the set is going to end. Okay, band's going to go backstage at the Egg in Albany, New York. They're going to come out for a 3-song encore. We're going to start it off with the title track to In a Glass House. Break that glass all over the place, right? What a great song that is. From there, we're going to go with a 2-punch from Octopus, The Advent of Panurge, and Knots. And that is going to end this fantastic concert at the Egg in Albany, New York. Man, would I love to see this show. I would give anything to go back in time to go see Gentle Giant live. It's definitely, we've done various shows here on the channel in the past where we talk about those time capsule show concerts that we'd like to go back in time to be able to see, whether it's a specific show or a tour or a specific band in their heyday. Gentle Giant's up there for me. It's a top 5 for me, without a doubt. Without a doubt, being able to see Gentle Giant in their prime, being able to see Led Zeppelin in their prime, being able to see the Peter Gabriel era of Genesis, being able to see Rush on like the Hemispheres tour or something like that, with the robes, all that kind of stuff. So many, great concerts, or specific bands that I would have loved to have seen back in the day when they were first coming up. So there you have it. So again, 1976 Interview tour, the Egg, Albany, New York. The Runaway, Just the Same, A la Carte, Interview, Timing, Proclamation, Funny Ways, On Reflection, Cogs and Cogs, Prologue, Time to Kill, So Sincere, Experience, I Lost My Head, Way of Life, The Boys in the Band, Pentagruel's Nativity, Peel the Paint, Freehand, and the Encore, In a Glass House, Advent of Panurge, and Knots. I know a pretty long set, a lot of songs, but hey, I'm making the rules. It's a 2-hour set, man. That's it. 2-hour set. All my favorites, right? So there you have it. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're on YouTube all the damn time. In the comments below, please put in your dream Gentle Giant set list. Remember, any venue, any year, any lineup, although they kept a pretty steady lineup for most of their career other than early on a little bit. Any bunch of songs, any tour, any album, whatever, you are in charge. Put together that set list, and we'll see you all tomorrow. We got lots of stuff happening tomorrow. Boy, Lynn Versace coming back on the show. We've got a whole boatload of stuff to do, Lynn and I. We are going to rank the studio albums of Def Leppard. We're going to do Dream Setlist of Queensryche. We are going to give our top 10 songs, our 10 favorite songs from Jefferson Starship. I'm hoping to get Butch Jones' corner tomorrow so we can do that part 2 of our favorite guitar riffs show, as well as, you knew it was coming, right? Dream Setlist for Thin Lizzy. So that's happening also over, hopefully tomorrow, if not Monday or Tuesday. So stay tuned for all that and more. Hudson Valley Square is coming up on Monday night. In the Prague Seat coming up on Tuesday. We've got a cool show for you planned on that as well. My brother's coming back on the show too. Little brother, Rich Pardo, is coming back on the show on Tuesday. You might not see it till Wednesday, actually, but the show is Dream Setlist for Dream Theater. So stay tuned for that as well. And a lot more happening on the channel. Also tomorrow, almost forgot, Dream Setlist. Another show we're taping tomorrow. Ryan Scow and Jack Toledano, we're going to give our we're going to give our Dream Setlist for Judas Priest. So that's coming up as well. Stay tuned for all this and more on the channel this week as we finish up March. And have a good one, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.